Lemon Spillway just outside of Nashville, Indiana. I forget the actual name of the town. I'm going to spin the camera around for you. There's the lake. And this is like one of the coolest spillways I've ever saw in my life. It's quite different. There's not hardly any water coming out. So what I'm going to do is try to catch a bluegill out of that trough, small one for bait, and just throw it out there and happen to see if there's a big fish laying in that trough. The rest of what I saw down below was just like ankle deep or maybe knee deep. So I'm going to walk us down there if I can. It's kind of rough going. That's where I'm trying to get to. It's like not the worst place I ever tried to get into, but not the easiest either. I'm at Lake Lemon Spillway outside of Nashville, Indiana. It's like one of the coolest looking spillways I've ever seen in my life. It's concave, and the silting box is right here in front of me. So my plan is to throw a little night crawler, little live bait out there, catch a bluegill, and then throw it out there for bait and see if there's anything big laying in there. Oh, there was a bite. Wasn't paying attention. Got off. Yeah, got my night crawler. Come on. There we go. Oh, got it off. And got my night crawler. There we go. Perfect size. That's exactly what I was looking for. Little bitty bluegill. That looks just right. I'm at Lake Lemon Spillway outside of Nashville, Indiana. I just caught a little bluegill out of the spillway right here, and I threw it out there on a circle hook. They're not letting out much water, but I'll tell you, this spillway is cool. This is my first time here. The water down the creek or river, whichever one it is much shallower. So I kind of hope maybe something would still be up here in this box. Although I don't think that box is very deep. I don't think that box is more than 2 or 3 feet deep. It's really bright out here, so I'm not sure what you can see and what you can't see. But right there is my bait caster laid across those rocks with the clicker on and the bluegill on it. Okay, I put the selfie cam on. I think that's better than the selfie cam. But this silton box is full of bluegill. I saw them when they came down over the edge of the dam. It didn't take just a few minutes to catch one. Hi, Richard. I don't really have a target. I come down here thinking maybe it would be a walleye spot, but I don't think there's enough water out for walleye. So I kind of defaulted to catch a little bluegill and just throw it out there in that silting basin and see if there's anything in there big enough to take it. I know there's a nice cool breeze coming down off that lake. So I think it's probably 10 degrees cooler down here by this water and with the breeze coming off the lake than it is up there in the parking lot. I'm gonna walk you over here and show you downriver. Now I saw some fish, but that down through there is only about maybe knee deep. I'm certain I can wade across it just from the looks of it. What I may end up doing is taking the bait caster back to the car and just taking the night crawlers and the spinning rod and just walk down the stream and see if I can find a little bit of a hole. Because I walked down there earlier before I started the live stream, and you can see fish in there, but I don't know that they're very big. I want to give this bait clicker a little bit of a chance, but it shouldn't take too long. I mean, it no bigger than that silting basin is. If there's something there actively hunting, it'll find that bluegill pretty quick. Hey, I have 45 watching, 4 likes. Thanks for hitting that like button. That does me a lot of good. It tells YouTube to show my videos more. But this is my first time here, so I had no idea what to expect. But you would think with that many small bluegill up in there Something would have stayed up in there to hunt them. Hi, Petey. It's a spillway of Lake Lemon outside of Nashville, Indiana. I have a bluegill out there on that bait clicker, just kind of trying to see if there's anything out there big enough to eat it. Petey, you're looking. Oh, I see you got a thumbs up. You heard me. You can see when the wind pushes a wave over the dam, over the spillway. So then we get a nice cascade. It's kind of pretty. Yeah, this is a dam, and when the wind stops blowing, there's almost no water coming. See, there's a good breeze coming now. I've got the bait clicker set, not that I could probably hear it over the water, but I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of slack in my line. So if that line goes tight, I'll know something has grabbed it. See, my original thought was to throw a night crawler out there and hope a walleye or a sauger would pick it up. But there's so many little bluegill out there they would eat the night crawler faster than I can put it on there. I'm certain a lot of fish wash down in high water, but I doubt there's very many fish wash down when it's like this. There's probably some big fish in holes on down the river. If you went on down a little ways and found a hole, you probably could catch some nicer fish. Which is probably what I'm going to do next. PD, I have no idea what the biggest fish is in here because this is my first time here. I'm kind of halfway up Indiana, almost to Indy, so there's almost for sure walleye in this river. May or may not be musky. I watched a YouTube video from this spring, and there was a whole bunch of paddlefish up in here spawning. Of course, paddlefish are protected in Indiana, but in Kentucky, you can keep 2 paddlefish a day, no size limit. I actually ate paddlefish when I was a kid. My dad and I were camping up at Muscatatuck River. And some people was camping up there and they fried up a bunch of paddlefish. It tasted pretty good. And it beat the hell out of the sandwiches we had. I caught a paddlefish, a pretty big one, on my fly rod below the McAlpin Dam there at Jeffersonville, Indiana. Basically Louisville, Kentucky, but I fished on the Indiana side. I snagged it with a fly on my fly rod and had a hell of a fight getting that landed. But the fly caught it right out in its bill, nostrum or whatever they call it, the official name. And so it didn't hurt the fish at all. I turned it loose. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't keep a paddlefish if I caught one, because I think they're awesome. I don't like to kill really cool fish. Now walleye, if I catch a walleye that's keeping size, it's going on the stringer and in the cooler. A walleye is the best tasting freshwater fish there is. I'm going to check on that bluegill, although I know for sure he's still there. Yeah, still there, kicking real good. I cast him out a little farther down that time. See if that makes a difference. I don't know if the fish is going to be good, but I sure like the looks of this spot. I think this is a pretty place. I'll give this about another 10 or 15 minutes, and if nothing picks that bluegill up, we'll walk downriver a little bit. Oh, Melissa. I went north for a change. I'm outside of Nashville, Indiana at the Lake Lemon Spillway. It's technically not Nashville because it's got a different mailing address. I don't know if you all have ever been to Nashville, Indiana, but it's basically a tourist trap. If you like shops and touristy things, Nashville, Indiana is the place to go. It's kind of like downtown Gatlinburg with all the little shops people just park and then walk around. Got a lot of places to eat. There's arts and crafts and sculptures and there's at least one ice cream shop or coffee shop on every block. I don't know if it's still open, but there was a store there called World of Jerky. It had more beef jerky in one spot, or more different kinds of beef jerky in one spot than I've ever seen in my life. You can tell when the wind blows a wave over the dam. See, it seems like the wind is quartering because most of the water's coming off here. But every now and then there's a gust of wind and that white cascades across. And I just really like that. But I can't say much for the fishing just yet. If this don't work out in a little bit, I'm gonna walk downriver. See if I can find a hole. Melissa, are you Indiana, Kentucky, or what part of the world are you in? There's a song about all my exes live in Texas. Now that's on my bucket list. I want to go to Texas and eat barbecue. I want to go to Austin and eat at Franklin Barbecue. I'm assuming they're still open. And then there's another little town about a half hour away that has like 2 or 3 barbecue restaurants. But if you have a barbecue, if you have a recommendation for barbecue when I go to Texas, I would like to know that. I think the famous barbecues mostly in East Texas, I think. What little bit I know about it. I'm doing something different. I'm streaming with the forward facing camera. I usually stream with the selfie camera. But when I do that, you all end up with a mirror image. And now I'm standing behind the phone out of the frame. My bait caster's laying right down there in front of me, and I'm watching for the line to go tight. Yeah, this water down below here, it looks, unless I find a hole, it's only about knee deep. I'm getting ready to walk downstream, I believe. See if I can walk through all this brush without getting tangled up with my poles. I have no idea how far we'll have to go to find another fishing spot. Like I say, this is my first time here. Now that looks like a hole right there, but I never would get a fish back up there if I caught one. This might work right here. There's not a lot of room to operate, but I think it'll be all right. Now, if I can make this work, I'm going to lob that bluegill kind of right up there in where that shade is. That should be a pretty good spot. Right there. There, lock the pole underneath a tree root. That's as good as it gets. I'm only going to do about a half a night crawler because it may be just plumb full of little bitty bluegill. I know the silton box was. That's probably about a third of a night crawler right there. Now, find me a good tree root to stick this in. Come on, fish. Well, there was something come up top of the water right there. Fairly long and skinny. I'm not sure what it was. Uh-oh, there was a little bite. Yep, I'm getting a bite. Wonder if we got my night crawler. Nope, turtle. Little bitty turtle. Now, hopefully I can get him off of there. Hold still, Mr. Turtle. Pliers need a little oil. Let me get a hold of that hook, and we'll see if we can't get you out of your predicament without hurting you. If we're careful, we might do it. Get down on it. Wow, them pliers need some love. Okay, Mr. Turtle, sir. Maybe we can get you now. We got a little better. Open your mouth. That's the way, Mr. Turtle. Open your mouth. Let's get you cured if we can. I'm doing my best. There you go. Relatively unharmed. Might have a toothache. I'm just going to lay you on the bank and let you go in at your own convenience. And he's off. There he went. I'm going to cast a little farther out this time. Seems like there's more action over there on the other side. But it might just be little bluegill. So does that qualify as a multi-species day? A bluegill and a tiny turtle? Uh-oh. That looked like a little better bite. That probably was not a turtle. It had me hung up, but I'm loose again now. That's a big old gar over there. I just saw it now. I don't think it's to eat my bluegill that I got for bait. Well, whatever it was, got my night crawler. That's to be expected. I brought plenty. That's a bite. Come on, take it. Oh, I heard a beep. Hopefully that don't mean low battery. Hello, Richard. Battery's okay. That was probably a gar jumped right there too. Hit the top of the water. Starting to wonder if I should do plan B. I got my 5-gallon bait bucket with the bubbler. Starting to wonder if I should go back up to the spillway and just catch me about 6 or 8 or 10 of them little bluegill and go find me a different spot. I kind of want to investigate the marina. The marina is on the other side of the lake from where I am here. I saw the coolest little general store on the way up here, and I had to stop and videotape. I walked inside. It was just like 2 rooms, and they had pizza and beer and live bait and canned goods. It was just like the coolest thing ever. So when I edit this footage and make a regular video or a short, I'm going to include that footage of that store. Well, I wonder if that last bite took my night crawler. Them bluegill, they are professional bait thieves. That's for sure. Hung up. Yep, that's all snags there. And my bait's gone. I'm thinking plan B. Yep, that bluegill's still there and still kicking. Of course, he ain't going to be for long out of the water. Douglas, I can't argue your point at this time. There ain't much of anything happening. Okay, I'm going to shut the stream down. And I think I'll go catch me some bait and fire back up if I want to figure me a different place to fish. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for hitting the like button.